Good afternoon, Facebook Live. First, let me acknowledge the music. It is the music of Serena Joy, a rapper. Yeah, female rapper. Young lady who came to this gallery a few years ago and showcasing her album. So I purchased the album. I love her music. So very powerful. The first, it's called The Journey, and the first song is I Got It All. And it's very uplifting for young people. See, she's a rapper, singer, motivational speaker. The second track is American Girl, third, Dream Girl, Dandelions, Part 1, Part 2, Sunrise, Rise, I Lift My Voice, Song in Me, Worship, Don't Worry, Still Winning. That is Serena Joy. And you know, I was just on Facebook a while ago, and she popped up. And I was able to compliment her for the work she's doing. So, you know, I choose the music for the moment. And I choose that type of music, uplifting. Yeah, because I have a young lady here who got it all. She is an emerging artist. It is amazing. Her work is incredible. In a moment, I'm going to feature her. But I want to put that in perspective and to commend her parents who saw the artist in her and the talent and wanted to cultivate that talent to make her, well, famous. We want this young lady to be famous like me one of these days. So I first offered a free art classes which were sponsored by Newcastle County, Matt Myers Community Development Fund, which sponsors 12 children for free classes in small groups. So I had my first class, and her mom had seen my call, my announcement, because I announced it to say, parents and guardians out there, free art class. So she saw it and she took advantage. She registered her child for the class, and she came in, first time using Canvas, created a beautiful masterpiece. Then last week was her very first class, meaning on her own. These are, it's a one-time. Let me just make it quite clear. The free classes offered by that sponsorship are one-time free class. If parents want additional classes, they have to pay for it at a very affordable rate. I make it affordable. I don't even charge for my time. They couldn't pay me for my time. I just charge for the art materials. So I'm putting it out there that I have 20 children scheduled. Well, I still have some more slots open. There are about 6 open slots for classes. If you're a parent or guardian listening out there, take advantage, parents, guardians. Call me at 302-656-6786 to schedule your child for a free art class. It's not just art. We do much more than that. We do social studies. We take a map tour of the world. We talk about culture, and we focus on different languages. We talk about diversity and accepting differences. We talk about peace. So it is a lifelong learning experience they're getting when they come to the Faith Gallery. Okay, so back to today's class. So last week, she worked in acrylic. This week, I'm introducing her to work in watercolor on paper. Watercolor is beautiful. I started first with oil. That was my first medium, and I loved it very, very much, but oil doesn't work well in the summertime. It takes a long time to dry. And I used to paint in winter, which was good for the oil because it dries faster with the dry air. So I have found my comfort in acrylics because it dries fast and you can travel with them. And I just love the fact that it is dries up fast and I don't have to sit and wait on a painting. So today we are doing watercolor. And in a moment, I'm going to take you over to my student. I did show the first part of the work in progress. I showed when she laid out her scenery. We're printing about summer, capturing summer. You know, we work on themes. This is not the place where an art student or child or whatever will be faced with painting on an easel and step by step you walk them through it. We don't play that stuff here. We create original art from the heart. It is called folk art. You don't have to go to any school for that. And you don't have to paint with the vanishing lines. And it doesn't have to be accurate. But it carries a message, a story. And that's what's important about folk art. So let me take you over to my student now. I am just excited. And I don't hover. I don't stand up over and watch. I give my little guidance and then I move away and allow her to explore. That is why when students come here, parents can't sit in. I don't play that sit-in parents. Because if parents sit in, it takes away the creativity. So I want the students all by themselves to do their work. So my student's name is Deborah. And they say I did do stage 1, work in progress. And here, now I'm going to show you where she is with her masterpiece. Look at that masterpiece. Look at that. The theme we are working on is summer, capturing summer. Look at the skyline, beautiful skyline. Look at those trees and see how the watercolor. I love watercolor. I do.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Yes, because when it seeps in.
And the way it runs.
Yes, the way it runs into, and it gives you that beautiful texture. That's her piece right there. That's her piece. Masterpiece. This lady is going to go places. So she's going to go places. And already on social media, when I posted her piece last week, somebody was asking her mom, one of her friends, is it for sale? And I just had a little lesson with mom and say, these works of art should not be sold cheap. I made a mistake back in the days. Sold my artwork for cheap. No, art must not be sold for cheap. It should be compensated. It takes a lot of time. Look, she came in. What time did you come in, Deborah? What time we started?
About maybe 1:07.
1:07, yeah. And it's now 2:05. And she's still working on it, putting on the touches. So this should worth a few $1,000s. Of course, why not? Why not? Look, and I told her mom, don't allow her to be exploited out there by people who will want her to, paint this for me, paint that for me. No, we don't do that kind of stuff. We put value on the young people's work. Yeah, we put value on their work. If you hold a moment, keep watching. I'll be back. I'm just going to get the phone. It's the busiest place right here. Good afternoon, Lafayette Gallery. Well, it's a lot of those kinds of calls. I was trying to be polite. Okay, so I was talking about the value of art. And I teach my young people. They get a lesson in entrepreneurial skills when they come to my gallery. I put up my chart here, and I teach them that art is wealth. I teach that art is wealth. Why people buy art? Some people buy art for investment. They buy it first for the beauty, because you have to live with the piece of art you purchase. But in New York, for example, at the big auction houses. Investors go there to invest. It's more than money in the bank. Art can never depreciate. It will always appreciate. And it's first beauty, but it is wealth. So if you're watching out there and you have children, you may have a Picasso, a Rembrandt, or whatever those famous artists sitting at home, and you may not know that. You need to give your children the exposure. Get them into a class. Deborah is here midweek because her parents homeschool. So, and I commend them again. They're homeschooling, but they are looking beyond. And they're saying, let's send her to a class outside of the homeschooling to develop her talent. How very insightful that is, visionary. I commend her parents. So I was talking about the value of art and that I am mentoring this young lady and telling her, do not give your work away for cheap. Or if somebody asks you to produce something, put a high value on what you're producing. Don't let them exploit your skills. Okay, so tell us about this piece, Deborah.
It's a summertime. So these two girls are having a picnic. Then you have the watermelon here.
Oh, let me zoom in on it. Wow, I didn't even see that.
You have apples, another watermelon,
wow,
and an apple tree.
Amazing, beautiful. They're having a summer picnic. Now, come on. This work of art is going to be so very appreciating. The value will appreciate over the years.
They don't teach you this stuff on YouTube.
There you go. And what I'm going to do for her today, last week she painted on canvas. The first time she came in, she painted on canvas and she got a free frame to frame her work. Today she's painting on paper. So I bought these mats here, different colors. And we're going to mat her piece of work that she's doing. Well, probably it should be scanned before it's matted. Well, let that go to voicemail because it's always telemarketers. And if it's a good call, it will still go to voicemail. So we're going to choose the right color. We're going to mat her work. What I'm encouraging her parents to do, since people are inquiring about her work for sale, that they must take high resolution, get digital images in high resolution, sell the prints, keep your original. Don't be too happy-go-lucky to sell the original. Because an original is an original. There's only one. So don't be too hasty to sell that original painting. Keep that original painting. Make limited edition prints. Sell your prints. And actually the prints will make the value of the art appreciate. So we're going to be choosing one of these for her. Are you finished?
I think so. I think
Okay.
there's a lot of open space.
Yeah, you might want to put a few more items there. Think of summer. What else could be happening there? Just think of, yes, put a few more. Yes, fill up that paper.
Okay.
Yeah, put a few more things there to kind of balance it out. Yeah. And you could probably get another tree right there, a smaller one. Yeah. Okay. So, yes, we are going to mat her piece of work. And she's going to be encouraged to get a high-resolution digital image. And then that can be used to make the prints. She will hold on to that original painting. Hold on to it as long as you can. The longer you have them, the more valuable. Well, let's put in perspective. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Some of my pieces back here. Ooh, look at this piece, 1992. Okay, This work here was done in 1992. It's a beautiful piece called Lover's Sunset. See that? This one was done in 1995, and it is titled Resort Nanny. And that's the beauty about folk art. So when people talk about folk art, or some people who don't have a knowledge of folk art, they criticize, so where are the fingers? Well, I don't put fingers on all of my pieces. I round off the hands, and that's okay. This place is on the north coast in Jamaica. It's called FDR. Yes, named after a president. It's a hotel resort. And when the tourists go there, they bring their children, and there's a nanny. So this is called Resort Nanny. Now, I do not have any limited edition prints of this. This is an original. Values thousands of dollars. Thousands, I'm saying. That's correct. Now, this is a famous work of art. So famous that I need to clue you in. It was done in 93. It's a limited edition. Beautiful sage background. I do not have the original anymore. This piece is actually now being auctioned. That's the total value right here. Minimum bid is half of that. And you can bid. If you're watching me out in Facebook land and you want one of these pieces, bid on them. How do you do that? We set up a Facebook FaceTime. And you up front and close, I show you the piece. Or you can go online at my website. But the Facebook is, bidding is better because you'll be seeing the work of art, the actual. But let me show you that again, because I'm going to take you over to show you how art can appreciate in value. So that's the piece there. It's called Tropical Paradise. And let me show you who owns that work of art. Okay, right over here. There. This is a picture which was taken in black and white. But that's the color of the piece. That's 4-star General Colin Powell. Yeah, that's me presenting this work of art in 1993 was when I presented that work of art. Now, even though I don't have the original, if you want to purchase this, that's you would be owning a treasure. Even though you don't have the original, you are getting a limited edition. So I'm just exposing you to collect art. So start up a collection or add to your collection. But back to the importance of training our children and empowering them and helping them to find their talent and use that talent to make money. Back in the 90s, I mentored a group of young city boys. They were the friends of my son growing up on Wilmington's east side. In the summer, I didn't allow my son to run the street. I said to him, bring your friends to my home. So I established my basement. It was a safe haven. And it was not just art, meaning painting and drawing. We did the arts, music. They were able to rap, write their music and rap. We had drums. We had it all. As Serena's video just said, I got it all. We had it all. And the children who came, they had a wonderful experience. And what is even more important, they were able to stay focused. And the success story is all those children who participated in my summer art classes graduated from high school, from college. One of them is making 6 figures now, as in SIX, 6 figures. Those children progressed in school because of the arts. The arts are powerful. The arts are good for children. The arts are good for business. The arts are good for the community. I cannot say it enough. Get your children involved in the arts. Look at that. Oh, wow. She's putting on the finishing touches here. Oh, see that? Look how it has come together. It is amazing.
Thank you.
It's amazing. And again, I didn't walk her step by step. She came in and we discussed what we were going to use, the medium. I said, today we are using watercolor. I established a theme. And from there on, she took it and ran with it. I did not stand up over her and supervise and say this is wrong or that is not good enough. No, you allow the children to produce, use their creativity. Every child was born an artist. I always tell my classes that. There are three things that make up a composition of art: lines, shapes, and colors. We explored that last week. Oh, remember, I have a piece for you. Your line, shapes, and colors. I don't want to lose it. The one the sketch you did last week. Okay. Let me make sure that I find it so you can keep your sketch. I found it. Wow. So last week we did lines, shapes, and colors. That's the piece she did last week first. That was our layout. Every work of art, regardless of how intricate it may look, it's made of, what do we see there? Lines and shapes. And then when she finishes the piece, she's going to add color. And in between there are spaces. So it's line, shapes, color, space. That's how every work of art is. Those works on the wall, everything around this room. And I do abstracts too. A lot of people think I just do folk people. They see a piece like this and say, you did that? And they said, sure enough. My style varies. And I've done portraits. Look at that. Yeah, that's our vice president. Yes. VP Kamala Harris. I did the portrait. Let me show you the original. And the original is NFS, not for sale. Not for sale, at least not now. This is a treasure right there. I'm not good at portraits, but I got this one. I got it all. I think you can just look and you see. And then I never went to an art school a day in my life. I studied elementary education, and I got the basics at Michael, and thanks to Michael Teachers College. I have to shout out Michael Teachers College, where I did my teacher training education. I did an elective in art, which taught me the basics: color wheel, mixing color wheels, line, shapes, colors, all of that. But like using oil, acrylics, watercolor, I didn't, because I was not there were some students who did that as their major. I just did it as an elective, as required that in an elementary school I would be able to teach my children. Thanks to a wonderful lady who taught me at Michael College. She's deceased, Miss Crawford. Wow. I guess you must be rolling in your grave now to know how I have progressed. When I came here first and used to go back on vacation, I used to go visit Miss Crawford, a wonderful teacher. But the Michael, that's the best education institution in Jamaica and maybe the world. Okay, so let us finish up here. I'll come back to you later. Thank you for watching. Have a great afternoon. I'll be back.